My experience regarding entrepreneurship is when I wanted to earn money because around me all my relatives are having good money and I find that I am very deep of the valley, I should earn the money, but I don't have the money. So I started advising on finance, investment advising. Then there is a paradox. I don't have money and I am advising on faith. That's a great paradox.
Like he said, you don't.
But ultimately, then I decided that at least I should make money so that I can stand in such a way that I can say that I have made money and I am here positioned in such a way that I can make other people make money. So that was the first thing I started on entrepreneurship. What my thought is, I started with finding out the way where I can have a less money and I can do my own business. That was investment advisory. But looking to the current scenario, my advice is there are a lot of challenges and suppose if student is looking for entrepreneurship, there are two ways. There are certain lines. Suppose if somebody has a degree and he become a graduate from a well-known institution, he has a certain salary, certain package and all that. And once he go out in the society with entrepreneur skill and he wanted to have his own enterprise, then there is uncertainty. My take is for the college, for the school, they have to focus on that what are the uncertainties and why I asked the gentleman Mr. Vinod that what are the post after completion of the program, what are the post follow-up and all that.
Right.
Because entrepreneur has not to follow only one thing. He has to see the HR and financial and taxation and lot of things he has to handle himself only. So there should be some things which follow should be not only for 3 months, but there should be some refresher course like after 1 year if you are facing some problem, then the institution will help you on this or that way. So because a single person, a single-handed person, then the institution will be always there. That yes, since you have opted for entrepreneurship, there is an handholding from the institution. That is one.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Tom, please.
I got again this is interesting. At heart and also by training, I'm a finance guy, so I'm sure we could really relate if we had a separate conversation. But I think you said a couple things there, and maybe going not in the right order. But the bit you said about having the educational institutions around to support, I think is a really good point. And again, Vinod talks an awful lot about the ecosystems, and that's kind of near and dear to his heart, and I'm sure you could echo this. But part of that ecosystem is the higher educational sector of the industry's got to be there to support these businesses as they grow, because I think that what we see in a lot of countries is there's this what we call, I don't want to say we as speaking for Babson, but there's this BMW mentality that some people say. You're an entrepreneur. You raise some money, you get this business, and you grow it just enough so you can have this BMW and you park it in your garage, and you don't want to grow it anymore. And part of the issue is that you make a good point. You as the entrepreneur, you have to have this very wide skill set, and some people have it and some people don't. But as a financier, the problem is, particularly if you're a venture capitalist, you really want to see the return on that investment and making sure it's coming back. And at some point in time, somebody's going to come in and they're going to say, well, you're the entrepreneur, you're not very good in marketing, you're not very good in finance. You know what? I'm going to take your company away. And I'm going to put a guy in there who's going to run this company for you. And that happens a lot in the U.S. And these entrepreneurs get surprised when they start taking money, equity money that is, rather debt. The VCs, if they don't see the returns, they're going to say, sorry, you're gone. We need our money back. Here I was a little bit surprised when I learned that the banks actually finance much earlier in a venture than they would in the States or in a lot of countries in the West. In the West, as you well know, they want to give you money, they got to collateralize it, secure it somehow or another. And in entrepreneurship, you don't have anything, right? And Vinod had spoken earlier too about how do you value a startup. You really can't. And it kind of goes back to these Silicon Valley days where they were throwing money at these companies like crazy. I think the financial sector in the U.S. is learning that lesson. They do not do that anymore. The banking sector certainly doesn't do that anymore. In any case, a lot of complexities around what happens from a financial standpoint, but I do agree with you, having the educational sector to be there is hugely important. When you look at Boston, where we live, it's kind of interesting. And I think somewhere in Bernard's presentation, us as an educator, ironically, we do not support entrepreneurs really all that closely in the sense of advising entrepreneurs in the community how to run their business. However, we don't do that because there's this ecosystem in the Boston area where there's a lot of these incubation outfits that actually do that. And so when we advise businesses, it's more either our students or our alumni who have access to us directly and our faculty directly, but there are a lot of organizations around the Boston area that really provide that support. Anyways, I'm really going around and around on your answer, but as I said, as a finance guy, I just had to jump in on that one.